Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider hitting the subscribe button, especially if this reading resonates with you. These readings are totally free. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Three of Pentacles. You're somebody who tends to understand the inner workings of things. I think that you know how to build rapport with people. You know how to get along with people and to work well with others, I don't think you always have enjoyed working with other people. I think you have these phases in life where you kind of like to do things your own way. You like to work independently. But I think sometimes it's fun to be part of a group for you, I think right now there's a situation going on that involves some of the work you're doing now. This card is literally called work. When I talk about work, I talk about kind of what you're doing every day, what you're burning calories doing, what you're working on, what your projects are. It doesn't have to just be your job, what you do for money. It could be your great work. It could be your spiritual work. It could be your physical, financial goals. It's kind of asking the question, why are we working? What are we working for? And what is our motivation? What is our understanding of kind of why we do what we do? Yeah. Let's put this card into a little bit of context. Let's see what you're working on, maybe, and why. Yeah. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. We've got an Ace of Wands. We've got a Tower. We've got a Four of Cups. We've got a Ten of Swords, okay. And we've got a Knight of Cups. I feel like you are in service to something. I feel like you're working to give your gift to the world. Okay. And I think you're really standing out. Okay. I think something really big is happening now that's going to propel you kind of outside of the known universe, And I think that you're going to reach a pretty prominent position in whatever this activity is or this work is, whatever these projects are. Here we have a Princess of Swords, which to me is very interesting and very humbling, I think, here. We have a Princess of Wands. We have a Prince of Cups, and we've got a Queen of Wands. Yes, I like that. There's a maturing of the fire energy. And there's also the progression just in the path of the Serpent. A lot of court cards too, by the way. We have Princess, Princess, Prince, and then the Queen at the top, all kind of leading to the Knight that's over here. Or really the Knight is the one that is facilitating this growth that you have, this evolution, this ascendance, really. Okay. I think this is very interesting. Let's select a mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right here with Bubo, the mechanical owl, right there on top. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together, and it should give us our confirmation at the end. Okay. If you have a prediction for that card, please put it in the comments down below. Let's look around the room. It's interesting, too, that we only have Major Arcana Tower card. And this is inside of you, right? I feel like you know that you're sort of born for something, something significant. I feel like you perhaps are currently having a revelation of your true purpose in life, And well, we'll get to some more implications of this, but I don't think it's necessarily about a goal, about a particular ending or a finish line that you're trying to reach. I think it's about realizing who we are, why we're here, and letting that true nature of ours sort of break forth, and emerge out into the world. Okay? This is a very active, very fiery, very abrupt card. It could be that your sense of purpose has just recently come upon you like a storm, and well, it could be really. I mean, this is the fire underneath everything that is sort of heating up all of these other elements. Okay, it's kind of driving all of this, and this is really radical transformation. This is literally feels like an overnight change, although I think it's something that has been building up pressure in your unconscious for quite a long time, and now I think it's finally ready to enter the world. And I think that this is that card, the Knight of Cups, that's doing the offering, right? So we have our major arcana, a very abrupt change that's going on inside of you. Okay. I feel like this is a kind of a radical shift of your energy and a liberation of your energy, of your true nature. We've got fire, fire, fire. We've got water, water, water. We've got air and air. Not too much air, which I think that's nice. And we have our earth energy right in the middle. And the earth, this is the only earth card that we have, you know? So it's kind of like this is very significant. This is what the entire thing is all about. The physical activities, the things you're doing, right? It's Mars in Capricorn. This tower is a Mars energy as well. So this tells me that you're making a significant breakthrough in whatever work you're doing. Great work, magnum opus, your health and fitness sort of activities, your hobbies, your projects, your vocation, your calling, your employment, your career, whatever it is, your spiritual work, whatever you're burning calories doing every day, whatever you are applying yourself to, whatever is your kind of top priority right now. And I think Spirit is telling you with this Ace of Wands to devote all of your time and effort to this thing, as much as you can within reason, obviously. The more you focus on this, is kind of like a laser, right? That is going to slowly heat this thing up, and the breakthrough is going to happen. There's an interesting idea here with the the Three of Pentacles, is that it's not a Four of Pentacles, right? It doesn't actually, the goal isn't the objective. We have a 4 here when we take the 3 plus the Ace, right? But your reason for doing this is not to produce the thing. There's no definable end state. There's no actual goal here. Yeah, we want to level up. Yes, we want to achieve certain things. There is a purpose here. There's a reason why we're doing it. But it's not like, oh, I just need to keep doing this and I'll get the financial goal, or I will reach my fitness goal. And I think the fitness goals and well, financial goals are the perfect analogy for this. Not saying that that's what it is, but in any kind of a goal like that, let's say it's a fitness goal. Oh, if I just get down to my good weight, then I'll be done. I won't have to worry about fitness anymore. You know, I hit the certain number, or my muscles get a certain diameter, I can measure it, and then I'll be done. And I won't have to do it anymore. Right? That's absurd, right? Because no, it's something that we're going to continue to do for the rest of our lives. Yeah, we have goals that we want to achieve, markers along the way that let me know I'm doing the right thing, I'm going in the right direction. We want to see our bank balance go up, right? Not necessarily down. But it's not saying like, okay, well, once I make $1 million, then I can finally be done with working, you know? I don't have to earn money anymore. And I think that usually isn't the way it works in life. Because I feel that when we are having a shift internally of this nature, I think that it's more of your purpose is to do the thing, not necessarily for what it's creating. You see, so I like that we have a 3 of Pentacles, because it tells me that it doesn't really matter what this is. What matters is that you feel it as a revelation of your true self. You feel like it is the motion of your true self. And also that it's not, because it's a 3 and not a 4, the actual results aren't the focus. I feel, and this is echoed with our Queen of Wands at the end too, because the Queen of Wands does not want the end goal. does not want the satisfaction of, let's say, the 10 of Cups, because that would completely put the fire out. And so that kind of indicates that there is or it would indicate that there is some kind of a finite state that if I could just reach that, I will be done. But this is you. This is who you are. This is yourself. And this is the motion of yourself. So this is something that I just need to do and continue to do for its own sake. Yes, I want to head in the right direction, and I want to hit the milestones, and I want to reach the markers of success, of course. But this is something that I do just because it's who I am. Right? So we're not looking for the 10 of Pentacles or the 10 of Cups in the sense that it would be an end of the journey. Does that make sense? And so I feel like this is something that you're realizing is part of your nature to do it. You understand the process of creation on the physical plane, and you've got your will activated. I think you've discovered your true will. And that isn't, it isn't a finite goal. It may have particular implications. You're a teacher. You're a healer. You're a metal worker. You physically build buildings or something, right? Or you're an artist. You paint. You design things. Whatever it might be. You're an engineer. You engineer things. You work with nature, with animals. You work with plants. This isn't something that's like, okay, well, once I grow a certain number of roses, then I can be done gardening. Right? That's my goal. Those are temporary human goals. Sure, I want to grow a nice garden. I want to have certain plants and things. But if it's your nature to garden, it's a verb. You're a gardener who gardens, right? And gardening is the essence of your soul's motion. Okay, so it's not about the fact that you actually grew a vegetable is kind of not really all that important, but that you're doing the thing that you're meant to be doing. Yeah, and I think that you are having a revelation about what that is. And I think the Tower really is that shift. Is kind of, we're feeling that inside where there's something that you're being called to more than anything else. That it's just something you want to do because that's your nature to do that, whether it's paying the bills or not. Okay, preferably, yeah. I think it's not usually the same thing for everybody. We don't usually find the thing that we're meant to do and find a way to make some money doing it. I think that's the ideal. That's what we would like. But very often, we look at our job, the way we make money, the way we pay the bills, as the foundation or the support system so that we can do the thing. So that if your nature is to focus on family, if it's your nature to heal or to create or art, the job that we have, the thing we do for money is what facilitates that, what allows us to do that, right? Gives us the means through which to do that. Now, the Four of Cups in your background, I feel like in the recent past there was an uncertainty about what you're kind of meant for, right? This is an emotional state that says, well, I'm okay. Things are all right, There's no holes in the boat. My boat's not sinking. I'm not lamenting. I'm not in too much despair, right? But there's no party on the boat either. I'm not sailing off to my adventure. This is kind of we're anchored in the cove. Oh, it's safe. It's all right here, but there's something more. There has to be something more than this. I don't feel the spark. I don't feel alive, And I think that the Four of Cups, we break it down, and what we need really is a Three of Pentacles and an Ace of Wands, right? We take apart the Four. Why do I feel that way? Well, there was a time where we felt that way because we did not have the expression of our will in our physical activity. This is your human will. Your human destiny, right, is to be the teacher who teaches, the gardener who gardens, the painter who paints. Okay, and so it's your nature to paint. It's a verb. And this card, I think, these two cards together really do symbolize that our nature is the verb and not the noun. You're a blacksmith. It's not in the sword that you're creating, right? But it's in the act of creation. And it's a creation that I think that inspires you, that you feel inspired to do it. You feel maybe even a calling from some deeper spiritual source in you. And that's kind of the tower energy, right? It's something that's compelling you to do this. It's your soul inside saying, this is what you're supposed to do, is this kind of this activity, the activity itself, the gardener who gardens, right? It's not just one garden. It's seasonal. It's cyclical. It may take place in different areas. It may look differently. It may involve different people, right? It's never really the same garden 2 years in a row, you know? And so that kind of echoes my point too, that it doesn't really matter what you're doing, because what you're doing may change. You're the teacher who teaches. Well, you may teach at different schools, different grade levels. You may teach one-on-one. You may teach professionally or just personally. You may teach through different media, like through YouTube or through the written work, giving lectures. Like there are many ways to do it, right? But that's the essence. And I don't know what that is for you. That's kind of your own personal revelation, and this is the card of revelation. Okay? It's our own prophecy of our own life that's kind of opening up inside of us and giving us the realization or the revelation of what our true nature really is. So I feel like you're really standing out. I feel like you're realizing what your verb is. And I think that you're going to reach a really kind of prominent position in your own right in whatever that area is. Okay? The 10 of Swords, to me, feels like it's an imminent breakthrough, okay? Because once we have this revelation about what our verb is, we're sort of able to see the other things in life that don't really have a point to them, right? This is the card of pointlessness. Okay, all the swords in this card, they're trying to aim at the heart, but they're missing the mark. The tips of these swords are broken off and they don't actually pierce the heart. And the heart, I think, is where we feel that essence of ourselves, yeah? The heart chakra, which then is going to be important here with the Knight of Cups. The pointlessness of some other things, this, I think, has to be realized in practice. Like, this has to be an actual experience of ours, where we go through so many things in life that we think, well, maybe that's going to be it. It's what Don Juan in Castaneda's work would call the path with heart. Well, we have to find the path with heart. We have to go through many paths with no heart, right? And we have to realize that either those paths are preparation for the path with heart, those are in service to that path, or if there's some way that we can connect it with our purpose. So it's kind of like you have this verb, you have this purpose, you have this path with heart, but you need to pay the bills. So you got to have the job on the side, right? And that job may not be directly related to your purpose, your verb, right? But it is indirectly related because it supports your ability to do that purpose, you know. But there are a lot of things, attitudes, beliefs, opinions, a lot of commitments, a lot of activities, you know, a lot of our mental framework that's not supportive of that true path of ours. That's not supportive of our verb, our doing, right? Those are the things that are pointless because we're not able to connect them to the path with heart. In a supportive role, directly, indirectly, if it's not helping you on your path, then it's probably hindering you. There's no neutral, you know? And so this could be a lot of beliefs that we hold, a lot of opinions, a lot of relationships, a lot of entanglements, a lot of drama that we have in our life, and we can't find any way to connect this to what we're really doing. We have to let some of these things go. This is the card of the birdcage. We're freeing ourselves from all the unnecessary and pointless aspects, attitudes, and activities of life. And it's allowing us to spread our wings and fully unfold what is within us. Okay. And so we're getting out of the birdcage. We're spreading our wings. There are wings in this card, by the way. The Knight of Cups. This is a heart that is going, right? It's the cardinal water energy. It's fire and water that's going forward, spreading our wings, and there's movement. Okay, this is literally the path with heart. This is somebody who is on the path with heart. They've got their cup out in front of them, and they're giving and receiving from the world from that pure place, that open heart chakra. So I feel like this is the revelation first of the previous state, where something was amiss. I don't have something that I want, and I don't know, I can't figure out what it is. Here is the unfolding of that. Here, the taking apart of that, the revelation, the stirrings within you that are going to open up your heart chakra, reveal to you what your purpose is. And then, of course, organizing our life, reorganizing our life, and doing away with those things that are not supporting our path with heart. Because again, these are all swords that miss the mark. These are the pointless things in life that aren't supporting us. And, it may say, well, but I like those things. I don't want to do away with things because I like them. Yeah, and we can keep the things that we like if we can find a way to make them support our path with heart, our verb, right? But very often, this is a revelation from divinity, from spirit, from your true self and soul. The ego may say, yeah, but I don't want to stop eating ice cream. Well, sometimes the ego has to make the sacrifices, right? The ego, everyone thinks that, if I'm doing my destiny, my ego is going to be happy. And it's going to be pleasant. I'm going to feel good all the time. No, that's ego, right? The ego knows it's not going to feel good all the time. Okay? So this revelation from God, goddess, deity, universe, guardian angel, spirit guides, whatever it is, true self, higher self, this isn't always going to please the ego. Now, we need to have the ego's cooperation. I think that requires a lot of discipline. Yeah. But the giving and receiving is the way forward here. To take this revelation that you're experiencing inside and go and do it. You have to live the path with heart. This is all fine and good. This then becomes the action moving forward in your engagement with other people. Okay, and at the beginning we said that it seems maybe now you're leaning into working with other people more and engaging with other people more than maybe is sort of normal for you. Again, I think that you kind of go through these phases where it's very intense, kind of solitary work, and I think that's kind of the period you're coming out of, because I feel like this is something that happens to us when we are doing that spiritual work, and we're sort of it's like we're in winter mode, and now I think you're shifting into sort of opening up and embracing other people and connecting, communicating, and networking with people. And of course, as soon as I said that, right, we get all these court cards on the path of the serpent. So this is you, and you're headed out toward this very populated world. Okay, and I think you are standing out as a leader here, as a prominent figure in this particular niche or genre or area of activity, whatever this world is for you. So the court cards all together indicate, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 court cards, okay? So the court cards as a group, when we take them all as a group of 5 court cards, tells me that, yeah, you're kind of going to be involved with a lot of people. I almost feel like this is you, because this is the knight, and the rest of these are princess, prince, and queen, right? I feel like this is you kind of, offering your gift to the rest of the people. It's almost like you're on stage and you're presenting. It's almost like you're on the YouTube channel and you're presenting something to an audience. I feel like this is you giving your gift, and these are the other people that are receiving your gift. Okay, so basically these are the rest of us. So as a group, it feels like there are a lot of people that are benefiting either directly or indirectly from you doing what you are doing, right? Individually, these cards all represent an aspect of your world or an aspect of yourself, okay? Personality or personal reality. So the court cards are very complex figures. As a group, yes, they represent a lot of people. Individually, it's an aspect of you. Okay, let's talk about the Princess of Swords, your general energy. And as we do this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. These readings are totally free. Your Princess of Swords is kind of this feeling like, I'm not qualified to do this, though. This is the feeling like, I'm still a student. I don't know. I'm still a white belt. I'm not fit to teach the class. I just started the class. I don't know what I'm doing. And so this to me feels like a humility. It feels like I'm still a student. I'm not qualified. I'm not able to tell anybody anything because who am I, you know? And I like that energy. I think that's very important energy to keep in mind. But this to me feels like it's the student-teacher relationship. It's the lineage relationship. It's also, in a way, the wounded healer kind of energy. It's saying, yeah, I'm not perfect, but I need to pass on what I have because it's a flow of energy that's coming in through me and it's extending out to other people. And I'm always going to work to be better at what I do. But I can't wait until I'm perfect before I do it, because that's stopping the light. We have to keep that light flowing and just do the best we can. We have to show up, right, and do the very best that we're capable of doing at the time. Always striving to learn and grow. And so this is a very curious energy. This is an energy of learning. It's saying, okay, I'm the greenhorn here. I'm wet behind the ears. I'm the white belt. I want to learn. I want to get better. At the same time, you're also transmitting your light out to the world. Okay. Now, the Princess of Wands in the position of the environment, position of your relationships, I feel like you kind of have to go where your fiery, curious energy takes you. Okay, I think you're going to be meeting a lot of new people. I almost feel like you're teaching or you're training people to do something. I almost feel like, I don't know if this is some kind of a technical training or if you're educating people or you're teaching skills or something like this. But I feel like you're going to be meeting a lot of people that sort of need, and maybe it is energy work, maybe it is healing, light work, maybe you're going into counseling or the medical profession, because I feel like there are a lot of people that right now need your sort of healing energy, whether that's intellectually or emotionally or spiritually. The Princess of Wands is a very impulsive energy. This is an energy that kind of has a lot of things going all at once. So I think it's kind of a reminder here, especially since this card is in the position of your environment and your relationships. I think it's telling you to not, while we said we got this Ace of Wands, I think there's a correction here or a caveat. The Ace of Wands is saying, yes, put all of your energy that you can into whatever this work is. Right now is a time for you to really stand out and make a name for yourself and really make progress by devoting as much of your resources as you can to whatever this work is. But also don't limit yourself. Don't think this is just one thing. It's not saying you just have to focus on one little rose bush in your garden. No, it's saying let's have many gardens in a lot of different places. Let's do this as much as we can. To me, this feels like we're not just going to have one YouTube channel that we send out to one person. We're not going to do like one-on-one teaching. This is kind of telling me that you're spreading it out everywhere. Okay, to me this really feels like it is. Put yourself on many platforms. Put yourself in as many streams as you can. Does that make sense? Because this is a very diverse energy. This is an energy that has a lot of energy. This is somebody that is going to do a lot of things at the same time. So it's like, let's not limit ourselves to just, perhaps this is like one-on-one teaching. No, let's teach a group of people at a time. How can we expand our reach? It's what it reminds me of, "Oh brother, where art thou?" He says, we're not one at a time in here. We're mass communicating. Remember that? So it's not that we're going to spend too much time, I think, on an individual level. I think it's more about spreading the information that you have, spreading your work out as far and wide as you can. Okay? The Prince of Cups here, in the position of the obstacle, this is, to me, it feels like an authenticity. It feels like the difficulty here is for you to continue to express yourself, and if this is an emotional healing kind of thing. We don't want to absorb the emotion, the trauma, the energy of other people. Okay, so this is, I think, this is you trying to be true to yourself, even when there are energies around you that may feel like they're against you, even when there are obstacles, even when there are elements of life that say, no, that's not who you are, that's not what you're supposed to do. This is you trying to be yourself always, always trying to be authentically who you are. This is you saying, this is my essence, this is my nature, this is my path with heart. And I've got to always have this open heart chakra and this compassion and this empathy, but I can't allow anything to come in that's going to, and even from our own thoughts, right? I can't let anything come in and push me off of this path. Okay. I think the difficulty has always been trusting what you feel inside. Trusting this tower moment. I mean, this is a revelation internally that we can't resist. This is the only major arcana energy we have. And you'll have to excuse my squeaky chair. I actually, for those of you that remember, I had this real squeaky chair when I first started, and now we're back to the old flower chair, the squeaky one. I broke my other chair a couple weeks ago. Anyway, we can't ignore the revelation coming within. And so this is us trying to always trust who we are and what our soul is telling us. Because sometimes the ego will say, no, I don't know, I can't trust that. You know, the ego will say, well, that's trying to get me to do this really scary thing, and I don't want to do that. It must be a false sort of revelation, you know. So I think that this is the struggle too. We've perhaps always known inside who we are, what we're meant to do. But there has been fear. There has been worry. Okay, I think now the fear and the worry and the concern, right, which is this position of the tarot spread, this position, the fear is living a life that is inauthentic. And that's why we feel this. Then we realize that's where this came from. Living a life that doesn't feel right for some reason. I can't put my finger on it. Well, now we can. And of course, the Queen of Wands at the end is the one who's reaching a very prominent position. This is a stature, right? This is someone that has grown in size. And this feels like somebody who is doing the thing because they do it. Not for reward, not for ego gratification, not for any kind of accolades, not for the applause, not for the pat on the back, but because I do it, because I have to, because it is who I am. It is the nature and the movement of my soul. So we don't really want the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, if it's going to extinguish the fire. Of course, like I said, we want the financial benefit from this. We want the love. We want to feel good, right? Ego, of course, wants people to say what a great job we're doing, you know. But we realize that even if people aren't vibing with what we're doing, we have to do it anyway, because it's our nature. This is what we do. Whatever media, through whichever media this is going through, whatever medium, whatever the physical details are, this is something that you feel compelled, you feel like it is an expression, a revelation of your divine nature. See, the Queen of Wands is very antagonistic to the Ten of Cups. Let's keep that Ten of Cups away from me, because I don't want it to put out the fire. I don't want to ever be so content that I feel like I got no reason to wake up in the morning and put on my boots and go do this work. Right? And so to me, this feels like it's ambition, sure, but it's not finite, and it's not goal oriented. Right? It's doing something because it's my nature to do it. The goals, if I get the money and I get the accolades for it, well, even better. But this is something that I do because that's who I am. It's the painter who paints. Yeah, I want to sell it, make some money, sure, you know, put food on the table, yeah. But I paint anyway. I want to paint regardless, because that's my nature. It's what I do, right? Not me, I'm terrible at painting, but let's look at the mystery card. I'm going to laugh if it's the Ten of Cups, but I think it's, I think it would be appropriate. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Maybe a 10 of something, yeah. A 4 of Wands, good. Good, 4 of Wands, perfect. Because we're kind of going with the 3 plus the ace, and this is the 4. So it's reminding us that it's not necessarily goal-oriented, but there will be milestones, there will be completions of tasks. We're going to do something, and we're going to have a finished product, and then the cycle continues. We're going to be coming and going. We're coming home, and we're leaving again. This is the card of completion. It kind of looks like this is somebody who's coming home, completing a journey and going home into their castle, right? What if this is just a hotel? What if this is just, I'm coming here, I'm coming home, but what if this is we can't tell. We don't know if this is a departure or an arrival. This could be a welcome home and a bon voyage. So to me, it feels like there will be cycles, there will be completion of things. We will kind of have a contract and work somewhere, and then the contract ends, and then we say, okay, what next? It will be the beautiful garden in the spring and summer, and then the fall comes, and then they say, okay, well, what about next year? What am I going to do? The cycle will continue. I may do a different garden in a different place. I may grow different things, but I'm a gardener who gardens. But we know that it's going to happen in cycles. I'm a painter who paints. Well, I know eventually I got to finish the dang painting and do something with it, right? So there will be a finish. I know the cycle is going to start again. Different painting, maybe a different medium, different colors, different style, different place, whatever it is. I think this is the perfect confirmation card, and I feel like you're really standing out in your life with this energy, because you're finding that thing that you will do regardless of what people say, regardless of the outcome, regardless of what the ego may experience in the moment. You're doing it because it's who you are. Yeah. It feels very good. We're going to do an extended reading as well. We'll do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There is a link up top, and there's a link down below. New readings for Leo on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. The readings are totally free. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.